So this group lined up, and Todd, can you explain a little bit how they do split the classes over the weekend with such big fields? Always a couple of jumps further back there in the field from that one.
There we are. They'll be getting a talk from the official. Yeah, what they do is they go on the fastest qualifying time. So in the first group that you would have seen is 1 and 3. So Ashley would have qualified 2, and Shuey's qualified on 4 on this one. So that's how they're getting their grids.
So that's Craig Schuster in the bright yellow number 50, and this is one of the guys that you look after, Todd, during the season?
Yeah, it is. He's come along a long way in his second season, sorry. So, yeah, we've just been mentoring him and just car set up, and he's really listening and coming on strong. So, a good race to watch.
So Schuster won his first race of the weekend on Saturday. We've just seen Mark Babb win the first race here on Sunday, and Babby also did the job on Saturday with his first race win. But it really all does come down to the final races of the weekend for the two groups, where the faster guys are going to come back through the field with the handicap.
Yeah, sure it does.
So Craig Schuster leads at the hairpin. We're on board with young Ashley Blewett, young driver who's come out of kart sport. And this youngster's impressed a lot of people over the last season.
Oh, he's been doing a really, really good job. You know, he's really listening. They're working hard on their car and setup, and it's really showing this season.
So 65 leads 66. That's Gerald Farver, chased by Ashley Blewett. Craig Schuster is your race leader down underneath the GT Radials bridge. Lap number 1. Blewett around the outside at turn number 1. He holds on to it. That was a wild moment for the youngster.
Yeah, he's certainly meaning business out there, Jamie.
Onto Castrol and onto the back straight. Daniel Kent back there in the 81. Daniel with a lot of motor racing experience. Again, another very, very good karter, and he's really starting to come on strong now at the business end of the championship. On board with Ashley Blewett. Through to the kink.
That's a 318 on the outside there of Gerald Farver's car. So there again, these 318s and 320s are really going at it.
57 is Robert Bolland. He's right in the mix here for this Group 2, Race 2 for the weekend. Gerald Farver, we've seen him feature in the results over the last couple of meetings in the Castrol BMW Race Series for the E30s.
Yeah, Gerald's done a bit of racing before this, so he's first season in here, so he's jumped in and he's at the pointy end of the field too. So.
Yeah, the Farver name, a fairly familiar name in New Zealand motorsport, especially around the Auckland area over many, many years. There's Daniel Kent going through. He throws the 81 into the turn. Who's that on the outside? That's pretty close. Just caught a glimpse there, that orange and silver car behind Kent. I think that's Grant Williams in the 07.
Yeah, it is. He's 318, and you see Daniel's in a 320. Daniel's actually carrying a little bit more weight in this round here.
Problems there for the 20 of Timothy Trout. I think he's had some issues down there into Castrol. Bright orange car. Again, huge entry this weekend, approaching 50 cars just in the E30s, and there's another 20-odd opens, so 70-odd BMWs here at Pukekohe this weekend. Back on board with Ashley Blewett, chasing down race leader Craig Schuster.
Yeah, she's got a bit on his plate here with the people behind him, also holding them at bay and trying to catch Shuey here, so looks like he's doing a really good job. Beautiful hot day here on Sunday. Fantastic weekend, part of the Tasman Revival Series, the Tasman Grand Prix here with the Formula 5000s. We saw that coverage last week. This is part of the support package. Lots of racing throughout the weekend. We've also got coverage coming from the Aero Sports and GTs, the AES and Tracer Series, and the ING Classic Trials, featuring here on Metalman Classic Motorsport. But it's BMW E30s and the Castrol BMW Race Series for 2009. On board with Ashley Blewett. He's not making an awful lot of ground here on Craig Schuster. Schuster's doing the job out in front. You call him Shuey, Todd? Yeah, Shuey, yeah. No, he's doing a great job. He'll be there. He's taken off at the start. Now he's just going to try and hold his gap and conserve his tyres.
Breaking duel at the hairpin, Gerald Farver. Robert Bolland in the 57. That's Lloyd Briscoe just in behind in the 30.
And there we go again, Jamie, another 318. So as we say, They're all in there.
As we watch this race unfold, Todd, realistically, to get into this class, what are you looking at? Maybe purchasing a second-hand car or even building something up from scratch?
I think you're anywhere between $12,000 to $20,000, $21,000, Jamie, for this close competitive racing. You'll be at the pointy end of the field, or everything's getting so competitive, so it could be anywhere in the field, yeah.
Some of the other cars coming through there, 39 just going through shot. That's Tony Valda.
And that's Tony's first season, Jamie. That's bought that car off the Silver Fox. Last season he was campaigning that, so that's his first season or his first race by the look of the stripes on the back of his car. The 3 stripes are indicating that they have to carry those for their first 3 races, so the other drivers know whereabouts they are in the field and just to be a bit careful of them. 80
there was Keith Mitchell. So they do literally get to earn their stripes. Oh, look at this, 3 wide down to the hairpin. Bolland on the inside, Farver in the middle, just gave the right rear, I think, there to Lloyd Briscoe, and they're disputing again off the exit.
Yeah, it's getting slippery on that corner too, with all the tar seals lifting up, so these guys are going to have to start watching that.
Yeah, we heard that from Kenny Smith in the Formula 5000s. He said it was pretty treacherous down here under brakes throughout the weekend with the oppressive heat here at Pukekohe, but we're not complaining, it's not raining.
Yeah, fair call.
So Craig Schuster, Blewett has made a slight inroad into the lead here. He's probably pulled a car length and a half in the last lap, and he's actually right up behind here into the S's. Schuster using all of the curb on the entrance. That's a critical set of corners because you've really got to get that time right to set up the run onto the back straight.
And that's right, that's what Shuey would have been looking at also. So he's controlling through that turn, so that should give him a fair bit of drive coming off, which should give him a bit of breathing space down the back straight.
Back on board with Blewett down the bottom right-hand side of your screen. This is the battle for the race lead. Group 2, race 2 for the weekend. First race for these guys that we're showing you on the coverage. Sunday from Pukekohe. Blewett to the outside. He's run it in pretty deep. Just got out in the marbles there a little bit, but it didn't cost him too much. He's right on the back bumper of Craig Schuster.
Yeah, she'll be feeling the heat there, seeing Ashley in the back. So he's just going to control his race now, which he's doing well. These guys are driving really great.
That is such a good shot up over the top of Ford Mountain. Craig Schuster chased by Ashley Blewett. Robert Bolland back there in third. It looks like Lloyd Briscoe now into the 4th position. So Briscoe's won that battle for the time being there with Gerald Farver. We saw them disputing a bit of panel damage off the exit of the hairpin in the last lap. Back on board here with Blewett. He might be able to get the draft here, but you know Craig Schuster's going to cover that inside line down into the hairpin.
Yeah, he will. So, yeah, as Ashley's here, he's trying to get the draft. So you can see Ashley's tried the move on the last lap. It's no point. He might as well try it again to see what he can do. There he goes now.
To the outside, trying to pressure Craig Schuster into a mistake. Oh, he's side by side, runs off the exit. Look what that's cost him, 2 car lengths.
Oh, there we go in the background. Grant's having a bit of an issue there too.
That was Grant Williams. Look how much time Blewett lost there by running wide off the exit. That has cost him 8 car lengths. There's the checkered flag. Craig Schuster, 2 out of 2 for him for the weekend. Blewett's got to hold on to second. Robert Bolland closing fast in third, finishing in third. So it's Schuster, Blewett, Bolland, Lloyd Briscoe fourth, followed by Gerald Farver, Daniel Kent, Grant Williams, and the 80 of Keith Mitchell.